Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sierra and you're watching CC Bookish, and today I'm filming a review for you. The publisher actually reached out to me to film this. She gave me a free e-copy for review, so without further ado, let's get started. So the book I'm reviewing for you today is The Beat on Ruby Street by Jenna Zark. If you want to know, this is what the book looks like. This book follows our 11-year-old main character Ruby, set in 1950, and she's an aspiring poet. And on her way to see her very first live performance of one of her favorite poets, she's arrested and taken to a children's home, and the story kind of develops from there. So I absolutely love this story. I thought the story was super cute, and Ruby as a main character was just so intelligent and just amazing and strong and powerful, and she was just such a great role model to like young girls everywhere, because this is a middle grade novel, and the story is based a lot in poetry and the 1950s and the whole Beats generation children, and she was just so much past that stereotype, and she was just such an amazing main character. She was funny and witty to read from, and the story took such an amazing perspective on real life relationships and familial relationships. Her relationship with her mother, who she calls Little Nell, and her father she calls Daddy Gary Daddy-O, was just so complex, and you really felt the love there, but you also saw where the problems derived from within that relationship, which was amazing because in middle grade you really don't get to see the familiar relationships developed all that well or developed accurately, and I love seeing that. And the story is kind of told as a somewhat coming of age story leading up to her 12th birthday, and on her way to see her first live performance, she's arrested from touching fruit when someone accuses her of stealing it, and she's brought to a children's home. And before she's brought to the children's home, they have to interview her family, and they realize that her parents aren't married and that she doesn't go to regular school. She goes to a school that just teaches her whatever. It's a mess, but it's just such a well-written story, and I loved her character so much. And the book was extremely diverse. In the children's home, she met a lot of people that she got to connect with, and she actually did something that was which was one of my favorite parts of the story, is that in the children's home she went on a hunger strike, and that's something that kind of was really just astounding for me, because a lot of times you don't even see children who know what a hunger strike is, yet she used it to her advantage. She used it in the correct context so that she could learn, and that was just an amazing thing to see, that the author could write that so well and create such a strong message that children really can learn and can do things properly, and it was just amazing. I really enjoyed this story. The only downfall, there's two things I didn't like about the story, however, was the ending. I feel like the ending left everything kind of in disarray, and you kind of was questioning what happened next. But at the same time, I kind of like that, where it's up to the reader to decide what's going on, but you also still want to know what happened. And in the beginning, I didn't like the way social workers were portrayed, because she kind of seemed like the bad guy, and in the sense of the story it does make sense, because you know social workers do kind of come in and take children away from their parents, even though from an outside perspective it looks like the best thing. But because my mother is a social worker, it's weird to see social workers from that perspective, but I feel like that character was developed throughout the story. But overall, this story was just amazing, and Ruby was such an amazing character to read from. She was so funny and witty, and just her dynamics with the other characters just built her story and progressed the story so amazingly, and I think you all should read it, and it's an amazing story. The ebook I think is $3 on Amazon, and the regular paperback is $14, $13.99 on Amazon. I'll leave the link down in the description down below, but I also have a surprise for you guys. So I'm doing my very first giveaway of this channel, so I'm giving away 2 e-copies of this book, and the way you enter the giveaway is comment down below and tell me why you're excited to read this book, and I'll pick 2 winners to get your email address, so just make sure you're comfortable with that, and I'll give your email address to the publisher, and she'll email you the book. Okay, so if you guys are interested in reading this, I highly recommend it. It's an amazing book, and it's super short. It's just a quick, fun read, and I just love it. If you're into poetry, if you're into 1950s America, highly. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. If you guys liked the video, give me a big thumbs up. If you guys want to talk to me down in the comments down below, you're more than welcome to do so. Like, comment, subscribe down below. My name's Sierra, you're watching CC Bookish, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!